Whether you're a seasoned meditator or you're just starting out, it doesn't matter. When we sit down on the cushion or we sit down in our seats, we're going to have to deal with our mind. And when we're dealing with our mind, we're dealing with thoughts. Hi, my name's Chris Lemig. I'm an author, spiritual educator, and former Tibetan Buddhist monk. And I teach a transformative workshop called Gateway to the Limitless, where I help you connect with your true self, your true desires, and manifest your true destiny. So once again, when we're doing meditation or any sort of mindfulness practice, one of the first things we discover when we start to meditate is that our minds are really busy. There's a lot going on. Our thoughts are usually pouring through our minds. It's likened sometimes as just like kind of a constant waterfall of thoughts just flowing one after another, and there's just kind of no rhyme or reason. And there's all sorts of techniques and ways that we can deal with that in meditation. But the one I'm going to work on today, what we're going to do today, is something that I teach in my Gateway to the Limitless workshop, and that is called the 9-round breathing meditation. And what it is based on the principle that we have in our bodies, we have energy channels that the energy of our being, the life force of our being, is flowing through. Okay, so just basically speaking, we've got three main energy channels. We've got a right energy channel, we've got a left energy channel, and then we've got a central channel that goes right up through our through the center of our body, all the way up to the top of our head. And through those main channels, our main prana, or wind energy, is flowing to more or less a harmonious degree. That's at least what we want. Now, for most of us, actually, our energies are actually flowing in a way that's actually not harmonious and a little bit out of balance. And in fact, in our modern world, because we're kind of go, 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 and we're experiencing lots of stress and anxiety and depression and loneliness and fear and all these other negative emotions, to one degree or another, our energies are out of whack. They're out of alignment. So what we're going to do here today is I'm going to demonstrate this 9-round breathing meditation that's going to help to clear out those energy channels. It's going to help to balance those energies. And it's a really powerful practice for just basic mindfulness meditation. It helps to settle and calm your mind. And if you want to do some more of the kind of yogic breathwork practices too, it's a really essential prerequisite for doing those practices, because again, it helps us to start to balance and fine-tune our natural energy balance in our body. So again, the 9-round breathing meditation is really all about creating balance and harmony within their three main energy channels. So the right channel, the left channel, and the central channel. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to use our breath and use our nostrils. And we're going to be essentially visualizing as well as physically expelling air or energy from these different channels to kind of clear them out of negative, unwanted, stale energy. And I'm going to show you how this is done, and I'm going to kind of explain it as we go. And then we'll do it together, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just kind of sit down, whether it's on a cushion and you're kind of cross-legged, or if you're just on a chair, that's fine too. But all you're going to do is just kind of take a couple of slow breaths and just kind of start to settle down a little bit. And then what we want to do is we want to imagine, and I've put a graphic up here, I put a picture up here of what these energy channels kind of look like, or how we can visualize them. And we want to kind of visualize that we've got these three channels running through our bodies, right? They meet down kind of in our pelvic area, and they both kind of come up through our body. And the left and the right channels kind of come up into our nostrils here, and then our central channel comes up all the way to the top of our head, okay? So just kind of start to visualize that we've got these energetic tubes of energy highways that are going through our body, okay? So once you kind of get a sense of just an idea, or just a picture in your mind of what that might look and feel like, just get a sense of where those energy channels are, we want to go ahead and now select one. So we're going to start with purifying or cleaning out or rebalancing the right energy channel, okay? So how we're going to do this is we're going to actually breathe in. We're going to plug up one nostril, the right nostril. We're going to breathe in through the left. We're going to bring the air down the left energy channel all the way down to our kind of root chakra area, our pelvic area. And then we're going to switch the finger, and then we're going to blow that air out. And we're going to imagine that air, that stale energy, that negative energy coming up and out our nostril, okay? So traditionally we look on the right side as being energy that's associated with anger, with aggression, with fear. So what you can do is you can actually imagine a fresh instance, a recent instance where you felt angry or you felt afraid or you felt aversion to something in some way. And as you're doing this practice, you can imagine that energy of that experience just kind of exiting out through your nose, okay? So the first thing that you want to do actually too is maybe blow your nose, okay? Especially if it's a little cold out like it is here in Seattle. So let's do that now. Just go ahead and take care of that because it just makes it a little cleaner. Yes, the glamour of enlightenment and meditation, right? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to imagine a time recently where I felt some aggression or I felt some anger or I felt some fear, okay? And I'm going to go ahead, and as I do that, I'm just going to plug up my right nostril here. I'm just going to close it with my index finger. I'm going to breathe in, imagining that the air is going all the way down to the pelvis area down here. And then as I switch my finger, I'm going to imagine that negative energy, that negative anger energy just coming up and out of my nostril, okay? So again, I'm going to go ahead and show you that. Just like that. So we're doing a couple of things here. So we're doing the physical action, pressing the nostril closed while we inhale through the left. And we're going to be visualizing that air, that clean energy coming down through the left channel, down to the kind of the connection points of the three energy channels down in the pelvic area, down around the first chakra. And then we're going to move our finger over to the left, and then we're going to exhale. And you might have noticed there that I exhaled slowly first, and then at the end did a little bit of a more forceful exhale, okay? So we're going to do that 3 times on this side. So we do 1, do it again. One more time. And just imagine that negative, angry, aggressive energy, fearful energy, just exiting your body and just harmlessly disappearing, okay? So we're going to do the next channel. We're going to do the left channel now. So basically we're just going to switch sides. Now on this channel over here, what we're going to do is we're going to imagine kind of cleaning out any energy or emotional energy surrounding excessive desire, lust. And when I say lust, I don't necessarily mean, just sex and things like that, but, just lust, just like wanting something like, I gotta have it or else I'm gonna, freak out, that kind of a lust. We can have a lust for chocolate cake, we can have a lust for, sports cars, we can have a lust for money, and things like that. So anytime we're like excessively wanting something, like we need it so bad in order to make us feel better about ourselves or feel worthy or valuable, that's that kind of desire. Also, I mentioned any sort of scarcity thinking. Anytime we're thinking like, oh my gosh, I don't have enough. How am I going to get what I need? My needs aren't being met. If we're having those scarcity thoughts, that's also a type of desire, right? It's a desire that is unfulfilled. So we're going to just imagine a recent experience where we felt anything like that, and we're going to imagine, kind of on the exhale, sending that energy out through the left nostril. And how we're going to do that is we're going to switch hands and switch nostrils, and we're going to breathe in through the right channel, coming down to the bottom, down to the junction, switching nostrils, and just sending that energy out harmlessly into space. Okay, so I'm going to do that 3 times just to demonstrate again. And just imagine that energy just leaving your body, clearing out that energy channel. So now it's nice and open. So now both your right and your left energy channels are nice and open, so that pure, we call it wisdom energy, can start to flow through these channels now. So just pure, calm, peaceful, serene energy. Now we're going to do the central channel. Now the central channel can be associated with, we can start to kind of send out through our central channel any thoughts, any feelings, any emotions around our sense of worthiness, our sense of value, our sense of self-esteem. So any experiences or emotions around self-doubt or feeling unworthy, feeling incapable, not believing in ourselves, we want to just choose a time where we recently felt that, and then just imagine expelling that up out through the top of our head, up through the central channel, just so it goes up out into space and just dissipates, just harmlessly, just dissolving. Okay. How we're going to do that is now we're going to breathe in through both our nostrils at the same time, imagining pure air coming down through our right and left channel, and then down to the junction there. And then as we exhale, we're going to kind of pull in with our abdomen as we exhale, and then we're going to kind of use our abdomen to force that air out the top. Okay, so I'll just demonstrate here real quick. Just go ahead and imagine down to the junction, and then exhaling right out up through the top. Okay, so again, selecting a recent time where you didn't feel good about yourself, you didn't feel, worthy, you didn't feel valuable, you didn't feel capable, you felt like you just weren't, just good enough. So go ahead and imagine that as we bring the energy in, or bring the air in through the right and left channel. All the way out to the top. All the way out through the top. Down to the junction. All the way out through the top. And after we do that, we're going to do 3 for each side. You should start to feel a little more calm, a little more relaxed, right? So doing these breathing exercises automatically starts to calm our minds a little bit. So let's do that together now. So as long as you're in a comfortable, safe place, as long as you're not driving or operating machinery or juggling chainsaws or anything like that, let's go ahead and do this together. So we're going to start with the right channel. We'll move to the left channel, and then we'll do the central channel, okay? And we'll do it 3 times each. So we'll go ahead and start that now. Just taking a couple of slow breaths. And we'll go ahead and begin. We're going to go ahead and close that right nostril, breathe in through the left. All the way down to the junction, switch nostrils. Exhaling out that aggressive energy, that anger, fear-based energy. And one last time. Now we can switch hands and switch sides. So we're going to start working with the left channel now. So we're going to close the left nostril while we inhale through the right. Down to the junction, switch over. Expelling any excessive desire or scarcity thinking. And one more time. And then we're going to come to the central channel now. So selecting any recent memory of just not feeling good about yourself, feeling unworthy, feeling that low self-esteem, and just inhaling through both nostrils now, down to the junction, and then exhaling and pushing that air up through the central channel, sending it up. You can use your abdomen to kind of press in and get a little more force. and then just resume normal breathing. And then you can do whatever meditation practice that you set out to do, whether it's just mindfulness practice or breathing practice or loving kindness practice, or any of the meditations that I teach people in the Gateway to the Limitless program on connecting with the higher self and connecting to those inner resources and discovering who you truly are and what you truly want and what you're supposed to be doing with your life. So anytime you're sitting down in meditation, I recommend doing this practice. If you do no other pranayama, it's called, or breathing practice, then I recommend this one. It's really helpful, it's useful, it's very safe, and combining it with that kind of visualization and imagining expelling those negative energies can really help to just clear out your mind. And if you do this on a regular basis, you're going to notice that it really starts to really help your meditation, really help you to settle your mind, really help you to calm you down, and it has all kinds of wonderful benefits that start showing up in your life. So again, that's the 9-round breathing meditation practice. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have some questions about that down in the comments. Let me know if you have a different way that you do that practice. I know that there's plenty of different variations of that. That's just one of them. And let me know what you think about that and how it works for you. Again, I'm Chris Lemig. I'm an author, spiritual educator, and former Tibetan Buddhist monk, and I teach a program called Gateway to the Limitless. And you can click down on the link down in the description to find out more about that. And please like this video, share it, and subscribe to my channel. I want to get this information out there to as many people as possible, and spread this good energy out there into the world. Thanks so much, and happy breathing.